Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we are taking a look at a Cold Steel today. Now, I haven't had a Cold Steel on the channel for a little while, so it's kind of nice to get one. I know, we started off in our end of the year and started off with the whole sale of Cold Steel and everything, so... But it's very interesting. This is the Gunsite Counterpoint 1. That's pretty much everywhere it's referred to as the Gunsite. But it's a limited edition run, and we actually got this one in the SMKW Army Care Package a while back, and it's a very interesting knife to me. Everywhere you look, it says that it was basically the last hurrah for Cold Steel in 2020. So I guess everybody just copies what everybody else puts, or maybe that's what Cold Steel said, so that's what everybody else says. But, I guess the last hurrah maybe before the sale or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? But it is supposed to be a limited edition, a limited run. This one is serialized. They're all serialized. I could not find what constitutes a limited run, whether it was 500, 1,000. I was pretty sure I heard at one point it was 1,000, but I can't tell you that for sure. I haven't seen it in print anywhere. But let's zoom out here a little bit and let's take a look at the Gunsite. That's what we're going to call it, but it is referred to as the Gunsite Counterpoint 1 a lot of places. Now you see there, you've got pretty much your classic OD Green Cold Steel Griv-Ex handle. And it's, yeah, oh my goodness, it's grippy. Very, very grippy. Got the holes in the handle. That's something that I'm like, why? But okay. That's just me. You do have a stainless pocket clip. Definitely not very deep carry. As you can see, I mean, it is ambidextrous, so that's nice. You got a cutout there. Would have liked to have a fill pad there, maybe, screw that in. With some flush screws. Those are always nice. Flush screws are always nice. More companies need to pick up on that. Anyway, you do have a lanyard hole, and as you can see, it doesn't look like the blade's going to get it. So, it's a good size knife. I mean, you can tell just by sitting in my hand, it's going to be a good size knife. Handle-wise, grip-wise, it's pretty solid. Definitely pretty solid. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty centered. Right on. Dual thumb stud deployment. As you can tell, it is Cold Steel's triad lock. Flip it open. Not too bad. Got to give it. It's, you got to break that spring, but it's not bad at all. AUS 10A blade. Nice kind of dagger. Single point. It's only single-sided sharpened, guys. It's not sharp on the top, but you do have the nice wedge, kind of that spear point dagger look to it. This one is partially serrated. As you can see, it's got some pretty... Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you, this one hasn't seen a whole lot of use. I use it a little bit, not a whole lot. And you'll find out why here in a little bit. AUS 10A steel on the blade, made in Taiwan. There you go. There's the serial number I was talking about. Or serialized number. This is 272 out of, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I heard it was 1,000, but then again, I haven't been able to verify that in print anywhere. There's your Gunsite. Some jimping across the top of the blade. Now, if you want to use the jimping, for my size hands, I'm really reaching for that jimping, and doesn't really do a whole lot for me. I don't know if that has to do with my hand size or what, but yeah, that jimping really doesn't do a whole lot for me as far as aiding in my grip. I mean, I can push down, put pressure on my thumb, and it's just fine. So it's pretty much there, just kind of for looks. Really, it is. It's for looks. But I like the look of the blade. Not not big on daggers, but it's a good looking blade. Not bad at all. Let's get some stats on it. Like I said, it's a good size one. We're gonna let's do this. We're gonna zoom out a little bit more just so I can kind of show you What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoo! 8 and 7/8, pushing almost 9 inches for this knife. You're going to have a handle length that's pretty much 5 inches, and then your blade length, there you again, just shy of 4 inches. So, yeah. Yep. Pretty darn close to a 9-inch knife. What do we got for, I mean, your cutting edge is about 3 3/4, and then your actual, so it's kind of almost half and half. Looks like you got a little bit more, of a plain edge than you do. Let's see if I'm lying to you. No. Yeah, you got about an inch. You got about 1 3/4 of serrations, and then about 2 inches of plain edge. Grip length. Your overall grip length is going to be about 4 1/4. So that's how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. I have a lot of room left over. It looks like, I mean, when I say 3 3/4, I'm talking all the way down here. So yeah, you got a good 1/2 inch left. So this would fit in some pretty decent size hands, I believe. Now, if I want to grip back and get a good grip on it, you know, that's if I was holding it in a, I'm going to do something to someone type motion. But if I was just cutting, that's probably how I would more likely hold it. And I still have a little bit of room left over. Not too bad. Size comparisons. What do we got? We got the PM2. I don't think I have any knives, folding knives, that are 9 inches long. I just don't think I do. There's your PM2. So, I mean, it's close. Not too bad. But it's definitely larger than your PM2. There you go. We'll zoom in a little more and center up the camera. Kind of knocked her off there. So yeah, definitely much bigger than the PM2. I mean, well, I mean, just for S&Gs, we'll throw that out there. Obviously, a much bigger knife than the Bug Out, without question. Let's get a weight on it. I'm really interested to take this weight because although it doesn't feel bad, I'm kind of questioning the weight that they have listed. Let's see here. I get 4.8. Yeah, okay. All right. It's kind of a error on my part. I thought they said 3.7, but it's actually 4.7, so that makes more sense. Let's see here. Let's see what our carry looks like. Like I said, not deep carry. You've got that Griv-Ex, so that's going to grip your pants. I mean, you've got a good, you're pushing almost an inch sticking out there. But you know what? The Cold Steel fans, I honestly really don't think they care sometimes. But yeah, you do have a decent amount of a knife sticking out of your pocket. But it's good. The clip's good. Like I said, you do have that Griv-Ex, so it's definitely going to grip. So when it goes in and out of your pants, it's got great retention, but it is grippy there, as you can tell. I mean, you're pretty much got full contact, and with that Griv-Ex, yeah, you're definitely going to have some grip there. So you might want to, you know, sand that down a bit underneath the clip so it's not quite so grippy. I didn't, because I don't plan on hanging on to this knife. As a matter of fact, just a heads up, I will be doing a knife sale here very shortly, and the Gunsite will be part of that knife sale. So, a limited run knife. Limited run Cold Steel knife. So, it'd be interesting to see what the interest level is in it. But overall, guys, what do I like and what do I don't like? Well, there's not really a whole lot that would make me keep this knife in my collection. That's obviously why I'm selling it. I do kind of like the blade. I mean, it's a partially serrated blade. You guys know that's not me at all. So that's a big part of it. I'm just not into serrations. Do they have their purpose? Yes, indeed. They most certainly do. Just not in my collection, you know? That's just me. I do like the blade, with the exception of the serrations. The blade looks good. There again, it's got a nice dagger, you know, style. It's a good looking blade. Yeah. Like I said, the jimping doesn't do a whole lot for anything, but it's a good looking blade. The triad lock, I mean, it's hard to beat that triad. A little stiff, like I said, hasn't had a whole lot of use. I definitely need a little bit of wrist to flick it out there. But that may be just because I'm a weenie, I don't know. Holes. Not a big fan of holes in the handle. Just me. It allows, it's a wider intrusion point, but then I guess stuff could fall out easier too. So, yeah, that's just not me. I'm not a big fan of holes in the handle. It's just, it can aid with the grip, though. I mean, it gives your, it can. Yeah. That really grippy Griv-Ex, that's just not really me either. Yeah, it's just, I like a deep carry clip. Yeah, there's just not really a whole lot that would make me keep this knife in my collection. It is a limited run knife. That's a cool part about it, sure. I'll give you that. Not being able to find exactly what limited run means. Okay. Is it limited of 100, 500, 1,000, 10,000? Just how limited is it? But it's only 4 digits, so I did hear 1,000, so I'm going to go with 1,000. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Please don't sue me. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's not, I think there's a Cold Steel fan out there that would really, really like this knife. Unfortunately, it's not me. It's just not me. This knife is really not me at all. Oh, excuse me. They sell for $85-ish. That's what they sell for. So for materials and Cold Steel, I mean, it's pretty much in the ballpark as far as Cold Steel and their materials go. Now, will that change? I don't know. I don't think we know a whole lot about what's going to happen with Cold Steel. I know they're bringing back some of the models that were discontinued, and I think that's got people happy. So that could be cool. Is it a thing that's going to be a thing, or is it a thing to say, oh, we got to do something to keep these guys on board with Cold Steel? I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? I know nothing about the inner workings of Cold Steel, so. And unfortunately, I don't think any of us do really anymore. So when Lynn had it, yeah, you knew pretty much there was going to be something outlandish. It was going to be beefy, and he was going to do crazy stuff with it. But now, yeah, we don't know. But there you go, guys. That is the Cold Steel Gunsite Counterpoint 1 limited run knife. 272 of what I believe is 1,000. Guys, we gave it a 7.5. Does it deserve a better rating? Maybe. But it gets the rating because there's just not a whole lot that we like as far as in our knives. Holes, lots of stuff sticking out of our pocket, serration. It's just not us. It's just not me, not going to stay in the collection. So if you're interested in it, like I said, keep an eye out, guys. Gonna be on a knife sale here real soon. The knife sale will go in front of the channel members before it goes in front of the general public. So that's just kind of a perk of being a channel member, along with getting 20% off any price of any knife. So there you go. Thanks a lot, guys. Greatly appreciate you checking out the Cold Steel Gunsite Counterpoint 1 with me. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. I love talking to you. And until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.